Right now, millions of human bodies are broadcasting Bluetooth low-energy signals. Following a global injection campaign, metallic nanostructures are self-assembling inside the human bloodstream, creating a hidden internal network. These structures function as dormant graphene oxide rectennas. They draw power from the 2.4 GHz radiation already saturating our environment to broadcast a unique 48-bit MAC address. These identifiers trace directly back to the semiconductor supply chain, specifically manufacturers like Nordic and Telink. This evidence is entirely accessible. Anyone with a $5 ESP32 scanner or a smartphone browser can walk into a public space and watch these emissions appear in real time. The signal is constant. If verifiable hardware evidence of a global tracking system is broadcasting from inside our own bodies, why has every major medical and media institution remained silent? This blackout is the result of a $500 million strategy. That budget funds an ecosystem where experts, journalists, and clinics are incentivized to ignore the hardware entirely. It is a system built to ensure that without the right question, the answer remains invisible. This is what researchers call the architecture of silence. The strategy doesn't rely on deleting facts, which is mathematically impossible on the modern web. Instead, it relies on building isolated information compartments. Gatekeepers within the health movement will acknowledge that vaccine injuries are real, focusing their energy on the spike protein narrative. By keeping the debate purely biological, they can acknowledge the damage while never mentioning the hardware emissions or the patents. This creates a physical and financial trap. Clinical nodes, like the McCairn protocol in Japan, charge victims upwards of $20,000 for invasive blood filtration. They treat the symptoms while omitting any mention of the rectennas still broadcasting from the patient's tissue. By controlling the clinical narrative, these facilities isolate the victim. The patient is processed, drained of their savings, and steered away from the technological truth of their condition. They are effectively neutralized as potential whistleblowers. As long as the establishment can keep victims trapped in these disconnected, localized narrative rooms, the broader architecture of the crime remains unprosecutable. You cannot defeat a compartmentalized system by fighting at the doors of their silos. To win, you have to bypass the walls entirely and alter the geometry of the battlefield. This is a directed acyclic graph, or DAG, anchored to the Solana network. It is a cryptographic ledger that only computes forward. Once etched into the Glyphchain, data becomes a permanent timeline that cannot be altered. Unlike rigid gatekeeper rooms, the decentralized DAG simply routes around blackouts, connecting data points into a unified web. The mechanism is automated. When a user scans a body and detects a MAC address, the application instantly hashes that specific identifier and etches it into the immutable ledger. The system goes beyond storage. It auto-submits these entries to international dockets at the ICC and SEC. Under Federal Rule of Evidence 902, these cryptographically hashed logs function as self-authenticating evidence, creating a chain of custody that exists outside the reach of any single government agency. This removes the gatekeeper's most effective tool, the ability to lose the files. By anchoring the evidence in a public ledger, the facts move from a desk that can be cleared to a global, immutable registry. The establishment is realizing their walled compartments are being bypassed by a ledger they cannot control, and their reaction is following a predictable pattern. They utilize a tactic called DARVO, deny, attack, and reverse victim and offender. Instead of addressing the signal logs, they attack the credibility of the people holding the scanner. This containment reflex is documented here. When a patient presented her own blood slide data to the very experts she was paying for help, they simply blocked her account. It is a refusal to engage with the physical evidence of the crime. But because the DAG records every interaction, these attacks are self-defeating. Every block, every omission, and every DARVO defense by a gatekeeper is permanently etched as cryptographic proof of their complicity. In a decentralized graph, the effort to suppress the truth becomes the very signal that confirms it. Every denial is now a witness statement. The digital collapse of their silos is already mirroring physical reality. Look at the former Pfizer headquarters in Manhattan, where columns have buckled and the floors are sagging. The architecture of the old world is literally failing under the weight of its own secrets. As more people scan and experts continue to block them, The DAG begins to visualize the pattern. Every recorded refusal to acknowledge the hardware creates a heat map of coordination, revealing exactly who is operating to keep the compartment sealed. You are left with a simple choice. You can remain inside a dying compartment, or you can use the scanner, etch the truth, and join the immutable record. The institutions that built the silence are already beginning to fracture, but the data on the ledger remains. This record cannot be deleted, and it cannot be unseen. The evidence is eternal, and the kingdom computes forward.